Falcons at Commanders.
This feels like a J-Mac bet. I like the Falcons +4. It's a primetime game of two young quarterbacks. Listen, Michael Penix, the offense is different. 8 for 14 on third down. He gets rid of the ball quickly. It can move. No sacks by the Giants. And the defense is actually playing well. Raheem Morris has this defense for Atlanta playing well. Third in the NFL last month with 16 sacks, and they're taking the ball away. The Commanders, 4 of their last 5 wins have come by 5 points or fewer. Their defense stinks. Terry McLaurin will play, but he's banged up. The Falcons' defense is playing very well. A young defense, and Raheem Morris has got them playing intense football. Upset, baby. Falcons 30-27 upset over the Commanders.
Ooh, juicy, juicy, juicy. I didn't realize this was a primetime game. I am extra excited for this game now, knowing that I can watch this game without any other distractions or having to watch multiple games at the same time. With Penix playing especially, like, this game would have always been kind of a fun watch, but nowhere near as fun now that it's going to be Penix. Having rookie on rookie, the Falcons really need this win. The Commanders probably less so, but, you know, obviously they still want to get the W. Jaden obviously will have the leg up because he's been playing all season, and this will be Penix's second game, but Penix actually played really well in that first game. It might not jump out in terms of the box score, but he played some really high level football that I really enjoyed watching, honestly. And so it's going to be cool to see him kind of develop and kind of see what else they have in store for him from game to game, because in a lot of ways, the Falcons are in this kind of tight, weird position because they're not really trying to, like, develop Penix at this point. They're just like, we need to do whatever we can to win this game. Like, we need to just win our games. We need to win, from here on out by any means necessary, whatever that looks like. Not so much of kind of being like, hey, let's try to stretch the field a little bit. Let's try to do this. No, it's like, we got to win. We got to win. We got to win. We got to win. So I'm excited. It's just going to be great to see these two quarterbacks, and I really hope this is just kind of more of like the future to come. When we have these new quarterbacks coming into the league, it's just like, it's an exciting idea, because, like, who'd have ever thought that we were going to have this Lamar Mahomes, Lamar Allen, Lamar Bengal, Mahomes, did I say Bengal? Lamar Burrow, Mahomes Burrow. Like, when those guys first entered the league, like, you didn't realize at the time that those were going to be the matchups that everybody could not wait to see. Like Steph and LeBron, who thought that was going to turn into essentially this huge back and forth rival, when the stakes matter the most. And so this is potentially a preview of what will happen in the years to come. So it's awesome. It's exciting. It's just like, let's see what both these quarterbacks have going toe to toe against one another. So it's pretty cool to kind of have them have this game like this and have it be prime time and have the stakes definitely matter 100% for the Falcons. And again, I think it still matters for the Commanders, but the Falcons are, like, at this point, truly desperate. Unless, I guess, if the Bucks lose, what's their schedule like? I'm pretty sure the Bucks are playing. I think they're playing the Panthers. But so it's gonna be fun, honestly. And I think there's gonna be a lot of comparisons between the two, which could make the broadcast fun. It could make the broadcast get a little tiresome if there's gonna because it's definitely gonna be a major focal point of these rookie quarterbacks. Because again, the networks want that. They want the more Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, the more Mahomes, Allen style matchups that they can get, the better, right? I mean, that goes without saying. So if we can add another 2 quarterbacks to the list of this, it would be pretty great. Not to mention, if they have a pretty wildly exciting game, there's a great chance that the NFL would schedule it again the following season. They'll be like, okay, that was box office. We're doing that again, a rematch the following season. But that would probably also depend on whether or not they maybe play each other in the playoffs or, whatever. So, yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not picking any, why can't I think of the word? Making any predictions as to who will win this game. I think the Commanders should win this game, and Jaden Daniels should be significantly more comfortable than Penix and this Atlanta Falcons offense. But I think the Atlanta Falcons, this is why the Atlanta Falcons are a little tricky, because I actually think the Atlanta Falcons could have been a significantly better team than they have been. And Kirk Cousins was holding this team back. And although he showed flashes of pretty special, pretty special games and showed, hey, I know I fully recovered, I'm good to go. But then when you see Penix play, you're like, oh yeah, this just looks different. And so this team should be significantly better, but it is the second start for the rookie quarterback. Like it's a tall task to ask, but the Washington Commanders know better than anyone. Well, our guy was able to do it. Jaden Daniels found a way. He played big in the big moments very early on in the season. But it did take Jaden Daniels a couple games to get situated. Like, he did not play. The way how he played versus the Bengals is not the way how he played against the Giants or the Bucks. Like, it just wasn't like that. So this is why it's one of those situations where you're just like, I don't know what I could expect from Penix in any given moment. But I do know, of course, the Commanders deserve to be favored as they are, and they deserve the ball should be in their court to be able to actually kind of get this win. But I think really the only way that the Commanders kind of drop this game is if Penix really does just kind of hit the ground running, is very comfortable from the beginning of the game, and really proves, like, you know what, I haven't played all season, but I've been putting in the work. I've been working with the coaches. I've been soaking up everything on the sideline. We actually have a really good OC who has a great game plan and has a great understanding of how to maximize me. And, like, here we go. I think that's all within the realm of possibility. It's just, to me, from my viewpoint, be sitting on the sidelines trying to evaluate who the Falcons are with Kirk Cousins and now with Penix, and what type of quarterback can Penix be this late in the season. Just too hard to predict. That's why I'm kind of surprised that Colin, maybe that's why he said it's a J-Mac bet. Like, I'm surprised that Colin's even taking this as one of his blazing five, because I don't know how you could really be confident, quite frankly. I'm confident the Commanders being good. I'm confident the Commanders bringing it, but their defense has been legit for the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons have had a decent defense all season, quite frankly. But when you saw those stats that he said, it was like since like week 15, so since the last couple of games, I guess, or something, and it's like, okay, I don't know how much the rankings really matter when you're talking about the last couple of games. It seems a little bit too narrow, not to mention one of those games was versus the New York Giants. So it's like, let's relax here. But with all that said, this is going to be a fun game, and it does show you the power of quarterbacks, because if it wasn't for Jaden Daniels and Penix, this game wouldn't be as exciting. And quite frankly, if it was Jaden Daniels versus just Kirk Cousins, it wouldn't be that exciting. The only thing that would maybe make it somewhat is that since Kirk Cousins played for the Commanders, but like at this point, it was a million years ago, so who honestly really cares? So I'm excited for this game, and I'm happy that it's the standalone game as well. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Washington Commanders? Do you think that are you rolling with Colin? Commanders or the Falcons going to upset the Washington Commanders? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.